Hi, I'm Jules Mitchell. Today's teaching tip is for a pose called reverse plank, technically Purvottanasana, which is eastward-facing stretch. We just generally call it reverse plank. It's where we bring our hands behind us and lift our body up instead of bringing the arms in front of us and lift the body up. So it's got a few elements of a back bend in it. It's a challenging pose. It shows up early in the curriculum of yoga, and then people kind of skip it because no one really likes it. And so it's really not done very often. But it can be a great pose, especially if you use certain props to help you understand where you need to recruit from so that it's a strong and stable pose. So I've got my friends here, and we're just going to show each of their sort of habits in the pose, and then I'm going to go through and give each of them a prop in order to make it better for them. And I think we'll just do the pose and the prop, the pose and the prop, just to make it easy. Okay, so Elaine's going to go ahead and start. Why don't you guys scoot over here? Yeah, perfect. Elaine's going to go ahead and start, and she's coming into the pose. She presses into her hands, and she lifts her pelvis. We really want her to use the strength of her legs to get some reach here. Problem is, sorry to keep you here, but she's got a little weight here. She's not getting enough sort of hip extension here. She's not getting her pelvis up quite enough. So will you hand me that belt? Come on down. So for Elaine, we're going to take a belt, just any yoga belt, and loop it, and it's going to go around her top thighs. She's going to loop it really tight, so it's really sexy. And now she's going to try the pose again, and she's going to really think that where the belt is, where the feedback is where she's going to recruit strength from, and it's going to give her extra lift. So go ahead and try again. Nice, excellent, good. She just kind of moaned a little bit. She was so surprised at how much it worked. Her feet could eventually reach to the ground, but I'm not interested in that. That's just the decorative part of it. What I'm really concerned here is that she gets this lift of the pelvis. Feel good? Come on down. You can take the belt off. So he's going to show us how he does the pose. And he does quite well, actually. He's surprisingly good. Generally, men don't like this pose, but his shoulders are his restriction, and so he's actually got kind of a big bend here. He's got more back bend than he needs, and his knees are bent. So come on down. Will you hand me 2 blocks, Elaine? So we're just going to free up his shoulders a little bit by just making his arms a little bit longer. So he's going to put blocks down behind him, shoulder distance apart, or a little wider if you want, and his hands on the blocks. And when he's ready, he's going to come on up. And now we have this evenly balanced curve. There aren't as many breaks in the body because he has more space in his shoulders for this amount of extension. Feel okay? Yeah? Feels a lot better. And he can do all the work that the ladies did, push through the legs, use the pelvis to get a little bit more in the upper back, and he's got it great. So come on down. Okay, so I'm going to show one more variation with Danon, because for some people, especially a lot of men, and actually a lot of women, right, Elaine? The blocks aren't enough. There's still more restriction in the shoulder for whatever reason. And so I'm going to use a chair for Danon. He's going to demo that. So now we're really elevating the hands off the floor. It's going to make it a lot easier. And it's not cheating, right? So a lot of times people think, oh, I'm using this prop to cheat. But what's happening is he now has the space to work the skill in the pose. So he can learn something from this. So as he improves and as his body changes, he's able to find the sensation, find the work in the pose. How's that feel? It feels good. Great. Go ahead and come on down.